Welcome back to Media Strikes Back.
MSV, here you go, guys. And hopefully everybody had a good Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's Day.
Didn't party too hard, but partied just enough to have a good time.
Did you party hard?
Here. Of course I partied hard. It's a New Year.
I think he did. You could tell he partied.
Yeah, yes.
Party master.
I'm a party man.
That's right. How was Christmas, JD? How was
Christmas was wonderful, you know, spending it with my family and my friends. Big year, a lot of new babies in the world
You
in
having a
2040.
baby?
No, not me. I'm a big baby.
That would have been a good Christmas.
No, but a lot of babies out there, so their first Christmas.
Christmas baby.
Yeah, Christmas baby.
You got to learn to seal the deal.
No, not me.
Anyway, what do we have on the show tonight?
We've got some great stuff here tonight. We've got Guest of Ghosts.
Guest of Ghost, yes.
And we have some really good advice, you know, how to lose jobs and alienate your girlfriend.
That's right. It's a feature film from people right here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Good to see that people are doing film work.
Doing some films, yeah. Yep. Melbourne's great for films, guys.
And
so,
also, of course, on our every episode of Media Strikes Back, we have
a designer. Yeah, so who do we have lined up for the design?
Well, we have from Envoy, London.
Ooh.
Well, we were talking about before about that we need to dress properly.
We do. We need some advice, or even just going out for a casual look.
I think we're casual enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're casual, but casual.
It is summer, and JD's letting me do that.
Yeah, I might have to get rid of this. It's getting a bit warm. You can see we're actually standing in the shade because it's very, very hot here in Melbourne.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, let's go check out Guest of Ghost.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, I'm here with the boys from Guest of Ghost. We have Alex, Marcus, Tyler, and Anthony. Guys, how's it all going?
Tip top.
Tip top?
Tip top. Don't ask this guy anything for the rest of the interview. No, it's going absolutely superb. Loving life. We're to have an amazing gig tonight. The Harlots are good enough to invite us along, and we're going to play a great show.
Look at that! He didn't even rehearse that. That's on the spot. So what's new? What's new with the band?
Basically, just stripped all the old songs, got rid of all the crap, and in with the new and good. So the set is short, but it's quality and not quantity. So it's probably just a 35, maybe even under 35-minute set. But yeah, we're very proud of it, and every song is a good one. And there's no filler. It's all killer.
Yep. We're a little bit darker now, like a little bit heavier.
So who's writing the new songs?
Tyler's a bit of the mastermind.
Well, I wouldn't say that. However,
having said that, I am a mastermind.
He is a mastermind.
No, you are. I was being you.
Oh. Well, yeah, generally, I sort of will write stuff on, get the ball rolling on guitar, and then
it's a collaborative effort.
When they can be bothered turning up to get the songs done, then they get done.
And they get done.
Yeah, that's the way. Like Tyler and I sort of write the skeleton, and then Marcus just slips in his. Yeah, puts his skin on it. Cherry on tour.
So do you write the lyrics, Marcus, or?
Yep. Yeah. So they explain it pretty accurately. The riffs are written, the drums are then written. Tyler writes also the bass, so Tony pretty much just shows up and looks good. And I try to write the lyrics, which I probably do poorly, if that. But the melody is probably my main thing, which Tyler sometimes helps with. And obviously not true, Tony does definitely help out with the bass. He writes half of it, maybe 75%.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
About 40%. It's about 40%. But I'm still new. I mean, there's only been a few songs. Most of them were made before I joined.
Now you're back. What's the main goal for the band? An album, playing in gigs, big day out or something?
I think just producing good music. Like the last music video we're really proud of, and the song, the production of it. and just creating quality content like that. And just playing around Melbourne and a little bit interstate. We've done a little bit of interstate gigging, but we might do a bit more of that in the future. But for now, just conquer our own backyard, Melbourne. Yeah.
So I'm guessing all you guys have day jobs and all that?
Yes.
Talking about, you can call that a day job.
No, I got a day job, big time.
He works behind the camera, actually, like you guys.
Actually a camera operator myself, so.
He feels you guys.
So I know what you guys are doing. Like I could do it too. So
Is that rude?
that's not at all.
Rude, mate.
No, he just understands.
No,
You understand?
Exactly, I understand.
On the same wavelength.
Check out our single Pioneers on YouTube. It's our latest single and video clip. And look us up on the interwebs, spacebook.com. Guest of Ghosts.
All right, guys. Well, this is Guest of Ghosts, and check out the music video and the Facebook page. Cool. JD, I want to know, how do you lose jobs and alienate your girlfriend? Your girlfriend.
Well, I've had some pretty good experience over the years. I can't say that I've
jobs or
noted it down.
girlfriends?
A little bit of both.
I think everyone's got experience on that.
Yeah, look, I'm sure everyone's had experience
Yep.
in those fields. But why don't we go and check out a film
Yep.
that is called How to Lose Jobs and Alienate Your Girlfriend.
Exactly. Yep, cool. So let's check this out.
Let's do it.
Coming across people who ask, what do you need to do to make it? I'm Tom. 2 years ago I started making a film about living your dreams, and I chose Tony, my boss, and Amanda, my girlfriend, as my subjects. This is our story.
Amanda has these amazing songs, this amazing voice.
And I wanted to succeed at something that I consider to be great.
Thanks everyone for coming down.
This is something that needs to change. I've hit the biggest hole. I practiced 4 days in the last 6 months.
Come, break bread with me.
I've just come out of Cinema Nova on this Saturday morning. I'm here with filmmaker Thomas Meadmore, and you've just presented your film, How to Lose Jobs and Alienate Girlfriends. Is that the correct title? Because it is a bit of a tongue-twisty title.
That's exactly correct. Yes.
Congratulations, it's really wonderful. Now, people might remember your face as well from Neighbours. I think it was 2012, love interest for Delta Goodrum.
No, 2002. It was
2002, sorry. A love interest for Delta Goodrum over here, Thomas Meadmore. Someone that we all aspire to be when watching Neighbours, of course. So why this change into filmmaking? Do you still enjoy acting, or you've gone into the filmmaking side now?
Do you know, I love acting, but I stopped it because I got a professional job working as an editor, and I stopped going to auditions, and eventually my agent just dropped me, basically. Fair enough.
But from one door closes, another one opens, and you've taken the time to make this documentary film. We probably don't even have enough time here to go through the whole film. There's so much involved. Just give us a description in a nutshell what the film's about, because it's about a lot of different things, really. Yeah. There's lots of subtexts that are involved. Yeah. But what's it about to you? Truth? Success? Ex-girlfriend?
I think it's about all that stuff. I mean, for me, it's about lots of things, and it depends on the audience, because I think I tried to put stuff in there for lots of different people, but for me, what it's really about is faith.
Faith in achieving your goals?
No, it's faith. It's just faith in the process and not worrying about the outcome. That's really what the subtext is for me. It's faith in the process and not worrying about the outcome.
Most of my life I've been a documentary director, taken me all over the world. That's San Francisco, Morocco. Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, but really, it's not all about sunshine lollipops, is it? Is it?
Yeah. But this is not me kind of following my dream.
All Tony ever talks about is his band, Speed Orange.
It's got so much potential, the album. If it wasn't fronted by a bunch of middle-aged kids, it'd probably go off.
At the moment, Amanda is approaching her 6th year as a professional waitress.
I'm endeavouring to leave, but I seem to just keep coming back, so...
And Tony isn't getting any younger.
You know, just turning 40, I just wanted to play a gig.
He said, your relationship with Tony and Amanda is really fascinating. He said, you're the devil's advocate here. Tony is deeply offended that I had said that his voice is terrible.
I was like, why should I have this fucker in our inner sanctum? There's so much trust involved.
The band said they don't want to be a part of the film anymore. After that gig, she started asking me what I was thinking. I said, I think you make excuses for yourself, Amanda.
That you were making me feel like I should be acting the way that you act.
I'm tearing them apart because I just can't stand looking at myself.
But there's two sides to the story. If I was happy with what I was doing, then I wouldn't give a shit what you said.
School, I didn't try that hard, but I got good marks. I just sort of got away with it, and I can't get away with this.
If you pull aside all the rock star dream I was guilty of, and it really makes you look at it and go, what am I doing this for?
Finally, why did you make the film for yourself? What was the motivation for yourself? Is it something out of boredom one day and go, I'm going to make a film, you know, I'm going to make a documentary film, or is it for your own personal satisfaction in terms of your own career to get that out a bit more?
Well, I mean, I have always aspired to have a career as a filmmaker, and I saw this as a stepping stone towards, you know, having a professional career as a filmmaker. I mean, I also have an incredible passion for the craft of it itself and telling stories, so they go kind of hand in hand. But you know, artistic integrity or being an artist and being a professional filmmaker are two different things, and I guess this film has been the learning process of how to find a happy medium with both, or trying to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And do you enjoy also being, you know, part of the core cast of your own films? Or does that just happen?
It just happens. Do you know why that? Do you know why I've done that, James? It's because access. I've got access to myself.
Yeah, that's right. Free, and you can sign your own release forms as well.
Exactly. But I mean, like seriously, I can just take an iPhone and go, here we are, like I just a second ago, and be really honest, and tell hopefully an honest story with just these tools. So it's kind of like if you were a poet, you could sit down with a pad and go write a poem somewhere. But you can't do that so much with a film because you need a subject, you need access, all this sort of stuff. But with me, I can just do it. And so that's kind of where that came from.
Well,
does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense, and I think the result is absolutely fantastic. And I think people should absolutely go to the Facebook page and keep an eye out where you can catch the film, because it's really one of those films you have to experience it, you have to see it. You know, you can only talk about documentaries so much, and then you kind of really need to watch the full picture. But we want to thank you very much for joining us on Media Strikes Back. Give us another plug. You got a website or anything like that?
Okay, so firstly, thank you for having me on your show. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming and taking the time to come down, guys. The website, you can get more information about it on gofishfilms.com.au. There's not a dedicated website for the film just yet, but there's a lot of information there and clips. And of course, there's the Facebook page, How to Lose Jobs and Alienate Girlfriends. Google, look for that on the Facebook page.
And the good thing is that Thomas has a girlfriend at the moment and also has a job, so it's thumbs up.
Things are okay. Things are all right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Real pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I just never thought this kind of career would turn me inside out.
What part of you thought I'd be happy after saying I've got a terrible voice?
I'll be honest.
That's what worries me. This is not your standard kind of film, is it, Tom?
What would you call it?
So guys, I'm here with the Managing Director, Karim from Envoy London. How are you going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. You look very nice and stylish.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. You know, we have to try. We're from Melbourne, right? A very stylish city, do you find?
Yes, Melbourne, I'm seeing a lot of different things that I've never seen before.
Now, be honest, the style Melbourne compared to Sydney, who do you rate more?
Well, Sydney is a bit boring for me.
Boring?
Melbourne is so vibrant, it's so multicultural, so you get to see people from all the countries, the different styles, the different unique ways of dressing up, you know, especially men. Yeah.
Especially menswear, that's so true because, you know, there's always this debate between men and women and how much harder it is to be a woman, but, you know, I think there's enough choice for men to go around as well, don't you think?
Well, men do have a choice, but then they hardly change.
They stick to the same colours, it's hard to change their minds.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm eventually trying to get there.
Yeah.
Trying to get influencing them, you know, trying to get into the bottom of their hearts, telling them you look good, try this, you know.
Tell us some secrets. Can you give us some styling hints for all the men watching today?
Well, men should have the courage to try different things. Well, I had a personal experience where when I introduced red pants, none of the men wanted to try it. They felt like, no, we're not going to be wearing them. And then I just try it, you know. You don't have to buy, you just try it. And then the sooner they tried it and they try a couple of shirts on, they're like, oh my God, we love red.
Wow, you've changed the trend. I was recently in Cuba and red, green, blue, yellow, everyone's wearing bright colours and it's just lovely. It's, you know, it's hard to have people, you know, wear bold colours. Everyone's so black and white these days.
Well, there's two different types of people. The people who want to dress up and the people who are like just casual all the time. So if someone like an executive or high-end person, he's always dressed up in a suit, the colors are like navy, charcoal, black. They wouldn't go anything beyond that.
Is black really a colour though?
Well, I don't know. Well, honestly, for me, I only see them at churches or funerals or weddings. I mean, that's it for it. But then people love black more.
What do you find with, say, weddings? The groomsmen, the groom, do they try and keep it safe?
Well,
should they try and keep it safe?
Well, yes. Weddings in Melbourne, since Melbourne is so multicultural, I've done a number of weddings. Western weddings, they go with the tuxedos and the traditional navies or blacks and stuff. But when I've seen this Lebanese weddings and a few Italian weddings, they just want to go a bit multicultural. Well, I've done this a Lebanese wedding. I don't want to say the names. It's a lavish wedding that's happening, and the bride's father, he wanted to wear an Indian sherwani for a wedding, which was custom made for him in a black, like a really high-end black. It looked like a suit, but it's an Indian touch. So I think there's a lot of happening in weddings. People want to look different. They want to go different, you know, stand out from the rest. Yeah, so I just see it's exciting.
Make a statement, right? Make a statement, stand out, look a bit different. Don't be boring. There's some tips for you today. Now, what sort of fabrics do you love working with?
Well, as you can see, I'm wearing a silk shirt and a velvet trousers. So
very textured.
My company back home is called Hamidiyat. We've got more than 1,000 employees working there. We manufacture everything, whatever you want. You want socks, you want undies, you want belts, shirts, anything. We just make it.
But predominantly Envoy London specialises in suits and shirts, corporate and...
Well, the name Envoy London represents an ambassador, like a really classy man. So we produce a range of leatherware, like briefcases and belts and shoes, and we just try to cater the high end.
You can get anything, apparently.
Yes, we make anything. You ask us anything, we just make it. Wallets, anything you want.
Custom made.
Custom made, engraved. We can get your buttons, your name in your buttons, or your name on your shirt. Anything can be done.
Fantastic. So especially everybody that's looking into options for weddings and things, there's always a million options, and if you can't go with one, get it custom made. That's always a good idea.
Yes. It's just
How long does that normally take?
Well, it usually depends. Like, I've done weddings overnight.
Overnight?
Yeah.
Clearly without sleep.
Well,
on food.
Once we had, if you had seen the marketing guru, Philip Kotler, well, he came down to my home country in Sri Lanka, and we made a suit for him in 24 hours.
Was that like a challenge, like a 24-hour challenge?
Yes, before he headed off to London.
What was that like? A lot of pressure, I suppose.
A lot of pressure, yeah. But our factory and our team, we work all the time.
And he turned out?
Yes.
He didn't come naked. He was dressed.
Fully dressed.
Thank goodness for that. And Karim, you've been involved in some interesting shows and things lately. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I'm the first ever sponsor for Mr. World Australia. Well, I've been part of it. Thank God I've got into it. And I've done
What's Mr. World about?
Well, Mr. World is an international pageant. I'm sure many of you guys know about it.
I know Miss World.
Yes.
There's a Mr. World now.
So it's linked.
Are you going to be entering?
Well, I would. I wouldn't mind, but then I'm having so much other things to do. So yeah, so Mr. World is all about masculinity. It's not about the body, the physique. It's about the personality of the person, the character of the person, how well it's like the most, what do you call, the Prince Charming out there. Yeah.
So everybody competes from all over the world?
Yes, well, all from all over the world, and I'm glad that my company is sponsoring Mr. World Sri Lanka and Mr. World Australia, so which we have.
Best of both worlds.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
So what I see from there and what I see from here is totally different. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, all these exciting things coming up for you. All the best. And, you know, if you have any spare time, which it doesn't sound like you do, you can always enter Mr. World. We might see you on the big stage. Thank you, Karim. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very weird episode of Me Strikes Back.
Very, very weird, but very, very fun. And I think after watching Envoy London, I've discovered that it doesn't matter who you are, you don't have a use-by date. You've just got to get back out there and refresh it.
That's right. I think after watching that, now I feel like, you know, I want to dress like JT all the time, walking around in a suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Even you know, just chilling in summer, just wearing a suit, that would have been crazy. Yeah.
It would be crazy.
Yep.
It would be crazy, especially the heat that we have sometimes over here.
Yes.
But you know, fashion, it comes, it goes. Some of us stick to it, some of us don't.
Oftenly don't.
But hey, whatever's comfortable, right?
Exactly. All right, we'll see you guys next week, same time, same channel. Check it out. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our website. The drill. You know how
the drill. But make sure you do go over to our website if you do want to catch, you know, tonight's episode again. It'll be up there soon. Yep. Okay, but if you want to see past episodes, www.mediastrikesback.com.
Cool. See ya, and see you next episode.
Over and out.